take the first bite of the cherry for this press conference in response to the developments that have been made in regards to the harassment that is happening to one of us, the Honorable Member of Parliament for Kipili, the Honorable Wanjiku. We'll give you a chronology of the events, the way they have unfolded, and we have found it necessary because even IBC was responding to us through our press conference. It's also fair that you also hear our bid, and so therefore, without so much ado and without taking a lot of your time, allow me to invite the Honorable Member of Parliament for Kipili, the Honorable Wanjiku, and thereafter I also make a comment, and the Honorable Senator for Kiambu also make a comment. Karibu sana mheshimiwa.
Good afternoon. Before you is Honorable Wanjiku Muhia, member for Kipipiri, here to give a public harassment by DCI, IDC, and other state agencies statement. Dear Kenyans and great people of the Nyandarua County, and in particular the great people of our Kalou and Kipipiri constituency. The event of the last few days are bringing back bad memories of our nation and a state capture and a total abuse of rule of law and constitutional disorder. Today, I write to address the choreographed and misleading reports circulating in mainstream and social media regarding my personal absence at IBC from the summons in Nairobi. The following accurate sequence of events will make it crystal clear that abusers of rule of law have calculated their misleading order of events in order to conceal their mischievous intention. Further, I wish to bring to the attention of the people of Kenya, and in particular the people of Nyandarua County and the people of Kipipiri constituency, where I represent, and the people of our Kalou constituency, where I am currently, that my life is in danger. This is all in public domain, but let me put it on record for the avoidance of doubt. We have a government that has panicked, and it is thinking that it is only the people of our Kalou who are against it. I tell this government, no please, it's the whole country. The 55 million Kenyans are against it. Members of the further state, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to clarify the chronological order of events for public information and provision, a fair and transparent account, save for the government propaganda machinery. I received furious summons from IBC on 22nd June 2026. They stipulated that I should appear before them for examination. Again on 24th of June, I received a hearing notice informing me that I have a scheduled hearing before the IBC. The notice further stated that I can either appear in person or be represented by an advocate of the High Court or any Kenyan that would be authorized to represent me. Accordingly, I instructed my advocates to represent me, which they did so ably. But IBC made every effort to thwart the process. This was not just the only state-sponsored witch hunt on Wanjiku Muhia. Other state agencies under directive from above have been pursuing and harassing me into silence over the Kalou by-election. They think they'll silence me since the people have rejected them and their candidate as well. Attempting to silence me will not make the people change their mind. It will only embolden their resolve to reject the government advances in our Kalou constituency. Earlier on, the Director of Criminal Investigation had issued summon to me dated 15th of June. On Monday, the 15th of June, 2026, my Senator, Honorable John Methu, was called by NCIC to ask for a meeting between him, myself, and them to make a joint presser to inform Kenyans that the circulating video of my speech had no threat other than the caution following the allegation of sale of identity cards in Kalou for the past 1 month. The same meeting was cancelled by the commission, and they indicated they would reschedule, which they have not done to date. On Tuesday 16th, DCI and OCPD Kipipiri constituency visited my constituency office, but I was in Kalou. They never mentioned any summon to my managers, but they sent them via WhatsApp at 6 p.m. in the evening. And they required me to appear in Kipipiri at 10 a.m. the following morning. A notice of less than 24 hours. Which country is this? On Monday 22nd June, this week, I presented myself to the county DCI headquarters in Kalou. The county DCI boss, Mr. Wambogo, who is the acting DCI, he stated on record that he was not aware of any charges in regard to Honorable Wanjiku Muhia. He further confirmed that he was not aware of any pending complaint or any investigation against me anywhere within the jurisdiction in the whole county of Nyandarua. I further presented myself to Kipipiri sub-county the same day. Mr. Pascal, the DCI Kipipiri, who had issued the summon on arrival, was not in the office. Mr. Kiprimo called him, and they suggested that I return the following day, Tuesday 23rd at 10 a.m. Later in the afternoon on the same day, Mr. Pascal, the DCI Kipipiri, made a telephone call to my lawyer, Honorable Wakili Edward Mureu, member for Gachagua. He said that after consulting his superiors, there were no pending complaints, investigations, or summons against me. On a surprise turn of event, the same day, barely 2 hours after, at 6:54 p.m., I received a new summons from the IEBC for an examination to be held on Friday 26th at 10 a.m. On Tuesday 16th, 2026 at 3:15 p.m., again I received a witness statement from Nancy Koros, the secretary to the commission of IEBC, and the statement was done by Mr. Jeraine, who is the Nyandarua County returning officer at IEBC offices here in Kalou. But more importantly, I wish to address the critical security concerns that touch on my life and the people of Kenya must know. On Saturday 20th June, my driver was intercepted by a squad of 9 men with 3 Subarus and 1 woman. At the line, 9 men for 1 woman. It is clear that they intended to arrest me, and this was in Thika Road, but they missed out. My driver was taken to Kiabu Road, DCI headquarters, and retained for some hours before being released. He was questioned irrelevant questions like where does he live. He was taken several photographs, later released. My security officer was later also recalled back without any replacement, without any explanation. So for the last 2 weeks, I have been without any security officer. Now this begs the following questions. 1, why is IBC being weaponized against me and the DCP candidate? Why are vehicles believed to belong to security agencies trailing me? Why are William Ruto MPs and allies issuing threats to me, right, left, and center? I'm sharing all these facts and asking all these questions to ensure the public is fully informed of the circumstances surrounding this proceeding and summons. And I believe that IBC is working under directive of busybodies in Kenya, as the country is not governed by the rule, as if the country is not governed by the rule of law. I also wish to register my concern to Kenyans and to the people of Nyandarua County that should anything happen to me, William Ruto, DCI, IEBC are fully responsible. Let those trying to intimidate me know that Kenya is not a Pharaoh state. We have the rule of law. We shall not be cowed and we shall not be intimidated, and our Kalou remains one term.
Thank you very much. I think that statement has been very, very comprehensive. Needless to add, but allow me to just say two very good things. And it is also as an examination of the events as they unfold. First, there are two things that we must determine here. It is now awakening our senses as to the reason why anybody would be so hurt by words that were said by the owner of Wanjiku that nobody outside or Kalou will be allowed to vote. I mean, that is the law. Nobody outside or Kalou is supposed to vote in all Kalou. Why would you be very jittery because it was said that nobody from all Kalou should vote in all Kalou? It is the position of the party that I serve as the Secretary General, that nobody, and I want to reiterate, I want to buttress, it is now coming from the party, nobody, and I want you to underline, nobody who is not a registered voter in all Kalou will vote in all Kalou. Whether you arrest Wanjiku, whether you arrest John Methu, whether you arrest Sami Douglas Kamau, Waweru, we don't care. Nobody who is an unregistered voter will vote in all Kalou. That we want to put it across, because that is the only thing that the Honorable Wanjiku said, that if you're not from all Kalou and you're coming to all Kalou on the 16th during the voting day, then you need to explain to us what are you coming here to do. Unless you are an electoral official, unless you are working for IBC, unless you are a security agent, unless, I mean, what else are you coming to do? Unless you are a voter. The people will be allowed. And actually, it is within the law that unless you are a voter, unless you are an electoral official, and I want to make it clear, an electoral official includes the policemen who are guarding that election. An electoral official includes the agents who are in that particular election. And unless you are a voter, you are not allowed anywhere near, anywhere, actually within a radius of 400 meters, you are not supposed to vote near a polling station. Since the Honorable Wanjiku said that, he has gone through quite a lot. And I think William Ruto has panicked. From my observation, William Ruto has panicked because he also knows, and he does, and he knows that statistics and data don't lie. He's doing opinion polls every day. He's spending so much money here. He's bringing so much goodies here. He has given us a train. He has brought beans, rice, blankets, mattresses, avocado trees, many things. But the people of Kalou have remained firm, and they have said that they will teach him a lesson, and a very decisive lesson, on the 16th of July 2026. And nothing will stop us. This train has already left the station. This train will have to crash on William Ruto, whether he likes it or he doesn't like it. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. These are the people, and they have decided that if you get anything more than a single-digit percentage here in Kalou, you will actually be very surprised where you have gotten that, that second digit. But since that particular day, there are two things that we have seen. Number one, though they really want to break the resolve of the Honorable Wanjiku, because the thing they are pushing is to have the Honorable Wanjiku withdrawn from the campaigns of all Kalou. But she has remained very steadfast. She is a woman and a lady. They tried to arrest her with about 10 policemen just to break her resolve, but she has remained here, and she's still here with us. They withdrew her security. She has still remained here. The commissioner from NCIC called me and they said, these words that are said by the Honorable Wanjiku are being gotten out of context. So therefore, we shall come with another commissioner from Nairobi and we'll do a joint statement so that at least we can expound on exactly what is supposed to happen. When they didn't come, we came here on Tuesday, and the Honorable Wanjiku Muhia actually repeated that what I meant and what is there is that nobody that is not a registered voter in Kalou will vote in Kalou. I personally sent that clip to that commissioner, but he said that no, we are not cancelling that press conference. We are already rescheduling it. I've never heard from him again since that day. That is the first thing that you see here. The second thing, so when we saw that officers who claim to be from the DCI are hunting down the Honorable Wanjiku Muhia, I told the Honorable Wanjiku Muhia, we can't hide. Kenya is a free state. We have the rule of law and we have a constitution that protects all of us, a constitution that has the due process of what happens when you have erred or you have broken any law. So I told the Honorable Wanjiku Muhia, we can't live like fugitives and we are residents of this country. Let us go to the DCI, and then the DCI will tell us whether there is a matter or a case that they have against you. So you're not being waylaid and being hunted down like an animal. So we were just here. This village is called Muhia, and we went to the DCI. We found the CCIO, the acting CCIO, Mr. Wambugu, and we asked him, Mr. Wambugu, officers who claim to be from the DCI have been hunting down the Honorable Wanjiku Muhia. They have arrested his driver, they have picked her phones, they have impounded her vehicle. So we want to know what exactly is the complaint that is there against the Honorable Wanjiku Muhia, because if there is a complaint, you just call her for for witness statement, and then you take her to court. What is this circus that you're taking us around? She's an elected leader. She's a woman. Take her to court if there's anything that you think she has done. The good gentleman called Mr. Wambugu told us there is no complaint that has been leveled against the Wanjiku Muhia. Just to be sure, we went to Kipipiri to Mr. Pascal with the sub-county DCIO, or works at the sub-county offices of the DCIO. And we asked him, is there a complaint that has been leveled against the Wanjiku Muhia? He said, I think there's somebody who had complained, so you guys come tomorrow at 10. Way later in the evening, Mr. Pascal calls and says, I've spoken to my superior, and now there's no complaint against Wanjiku Muhia, please don't come tomorrow. That is the second limb of what you see here. Thirdly, on the 17th of June, I personally, in my capacity as the Secretary General of the DCP party, I attended a meeting that was called by the Commission, the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, at the hall they have hired, called the PCA Hall. I was representing our candidate, the Honorable Sammy Douglas Kamau. And because I knew, my heart and my spirit knew that there's something that William Ruto is doing sinister. And since everybody was there, the county commissioner was there, the county commander was there, the commissioners from IBC, two commissioners from IBC, Nur Hassan Nur was present, and Anne Nerito was also present. I asked, and you people, I can see the people who were from the media who are also there. You can actually play my clip again. I asked those commissioners, is there any complaint, either to you, the commission, or to the National Police Service, because the county commander is here, that has been leveled against Wanjiku Muhia? The county commander stood and said, there is no complaint that has been leveled against the Honorable Wanjiku Muhia. The commissioner, Nur Hassan Nur, stood and said, there is no such a complaint that has been made. I was very surprised to see that 2 days later, the person who is now being called the complainant was actually the MC of a particular event. Our constituency returning officer, Mr. Njelaine. I'm very surprised to see. And you see, our last beck of hope in terms of the institutions that must work. And I said it then, and I will say it today. Democracy must be done and must also be seen to work. Fairness must be done, it must be promised, it must be committed to, but it must also be seen. Now, Mr. Njelaine is our constituency returning officer. I was with him and I was present. It was said in that meeting that there is no complaint that has been leveled against Wanjiku Muhia. 2 days later, Mr. Njelaine is a complainer. Surely. How then do you assure us of fairness? If indeed you want to follow the electoral code of conduct, one of the cardinal laws that is included in that particular law is that state officers are not supposed to engage themselves in campaigns. Why have you not called all these ministers who are working here with the government candidate or the wheelbarrow candidate? Why have you not invited them to ask them, because they are state officers, why are they engaging themselves in campaigns? Let me say this, finally. I have been here, and I'm elected here as a senator. I'm not just any other, residents around here. I know these people. I know the people from this region. I know the people from this constituency. Once they make a decision, nothing can break that result. The decision to get the dignity of our community has been made, and we shall decisively implement that decision. We shall vote for Sami Douglas Kamau Waweru. Whether you arrest Wanjiku, whether you arrest Gachagua, whether you arrest John Methu, it does not matter. Whether you withdraw her, because I know you want to withdraw her from the campaign, so that I'm left alone to campaign. Whether you withdraw, nothing will stop this thing. I want to tell you, Mr. William Ruto, if you are a clever person and if you can hear, you can save that money to use it in future. If you are expecting this money to help you, it's even irritating the people. Because the more you give us money, the more you abuse us. You are giving us money, and you are giving us money in dignity. You can't call us prostitutes because you are giving us money. It is that word that you are calling us prostitutes that we are using against you, because we shall prove to you on the 16th of July that the people from this region, the people from this constituency are not prostitutes. That we shall prove to you 100%. At least that's one I can tell you with a lot of confidence, because I've been elected here. I know this place. I can speak with a lot of confidence. So on my own behalf, and on behalf of our party, we want to express utmost displeasure in the way the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission is conducting this particular process. We know they didn't know how to handle the Honorable Wanjiku. They wanted to arrest her with police. They said that she would get a lot of sympathy. They wanted to bring in the NCIC. Then the NCIC looked at her clip and they said there's nothing insightful in that particular clip. Now they have gone to the ABC. It does not matter. You shall go to the ABC, you shall go to I don't know where, you shall go to Kenya Power, you shall go to Kenya Seed, you can go to wherever. It does not matter. Now, because you know that there are meetings that are happening in Muhia every day, now every day you're switching off power from this particular village. It does not matter. You can switch it off as you wish. That's not. That's not move us. It's not a problem. We don't need power. We don't need electric power. So, as a party, we shall be. I raised a very substantive question, and we shall be writing to the IEBC to express our displeasure in the way this process has been carried out. But also, more importantly, we want to know the standard that the IEBC will be using to identify people who are called assisted voters. We shall be writing to them. Number two, also our candidate who formally write to the ABC to complain as to the reason why no action has been taken upon state officers who are engaging themselves in active campaigns. And we are even seeing them. You will see a cabinet secretary putting a photograph of a candidate. Surely it has never gotten this low. William Ruto, it has never gotten this low. Even the other times we have had by elections, we have had other government. It has never gotten this low. You have put the country in the rock bottom, and that's why we are telling you that we are just persevering you to Nakuvumilia for only one more year, just 1 more year, just 1 year, just 1 year. But before we get there, our mock is on the 16th. We shall give you a taste of the medicine that you get in 2027 on the 16th. Just a small taste of what you get in 2027. Please allow me not to say more than that. Allow me to give the Senator for Kiambu 1 minute to say one word that you might have forgotten. But I want to thank the people from the old Kalou. Since the security of the Honorable Wanjiku was withdrawn, you have been her security. Asanteni sana, and please continue.
Thank you, Senator. I'll be very quick. And mine is to mention and say that William Ruto has realized Kalou is gone. He has realized the party is DCP. And he has also realized the candidate is Douglas Sami Kamau Ohere. And that's why he has resorted into intimidating the leaders who are leading the campaigns in Kalou. Wanjiku Muhia is a woman elected by the people of Kibibiri. She is part of the team that is leading the campaigns together with the senator of Nyandarua here in Kalou. And the reason why they're trying to intimidate her is try to stop the resolve or the processes that are going to make sure that William Ruto never wins this time and even next time. So what you are telling William Ruto, please, do not try to intimidate, because you cannot change the resolve of the people of Kalou. We went to DCI, the head of DCI in Nyandarua County, by the name Wambogo, who seems to have a name from Murima. Wambogo did not know of any charges that were hedged against Wanjiku Muhia. Just like Herod in the Bible, he washed his hands and he said, I don't know anything wrong you have done. We went to a junior officer who is below Wambogo. But that junior officer knew that there was summons against Wanjiku. His boss did not know, but this junior officer knew. And this junior officer, his name is Kiprimo. I mean, I don't know whether you're understanding what I'm trying to say here. That our people do not know, but you, William Ruto, your people, with your name, with your background, your kinsmen, they know. So you are using your kinsmen to try to intimidate the people of Nyandarua and the people of Murima. And we are not going to allow, and we are not going to accept. When you use IEBC, you weaponize IEBC against the same people that are campaigning, that are leading the campaigns for one Douglas Sami Kamau Ohere. It is an indication that IEBC is now being used to try to suppress the campaigns that are going on. Wanjiku said watu wakae kumi so that they can guard the votes, just like nyumba kumi. Why are you summoning her, telling her that she is saying something that is dangerous? And she is saying what you as IEBC are supposed to say. Because you as IEBC, you are supposed to say watu ambao wamerejista kupiga kura Kalou, hao ndio tu watapiga kura. Lakini Wanjiku akisema mnataka kumshtaki. It is a sad moment for us, the people of Murima. But this will not change anything. And finally, we do not trust the police. We do not trust the police because now they're being used. Yesterday, and we should actually give a moment of silence, they arrested a former teacher from Irangine yesterday. Teacher by the name Kirade, former teacher. That teacher died in police custody yesterday. So we are asking William Ruto, even if you kill us, even if you intimidate us, we are not going to change our reason. The people of Kalou will not change the reason. The people of Nyandarua, the people of Murima will not change the reason. They will show you, as Senator Methu has said, we have a mock exam on 16th. The people of Kalou will show you what you should expect in 2027. Na maneno ni one term. One term. One term. One term. Kalou hoye. One term.
Thank you very much. We will not, I know you people always want to ask us to speak in our mother tongue. Just assume it was William Ruto was here. The way you would have reported is the way you reported. So you have told the IBC you have no dog in this fight. You have no dog in this fight. You are an arbiter, you are free. Just referee between us and the Wilbur people. Please, do not take sides or do not seem to take side. Maybe I should have reminded the Senator for Kiambu, Senator Thangwa, just the way the DCIO, Mr. Wambogo, the CCIO, Mr. Wambugu, was not aware that there were summons, but Pascal Kiplimo, a junior officer in the DCI, knew there were summons. It's the same way Andy Ruto, a commissioner of the IBC, was not aware that there were, there was a complaint against Wanjiku, but it was sent to her by Madam Nancy Koros. They cannot be a coincidence. You are not stupid and you are not fools. We have been here and we know many things. And I think that has been very comprehensive. Allow us to stop there. Tumeshukuru sana. I am sure there will not be questions because we have said everything that needed to be said. Asanteni sana ndewe muno arwa mushie ndio ndo aguka akaigwa ni kuri na apu na mwetika na mwoka gutumikiriria ngai bitomura thime muno na mugera muthenya mwega asanteni sana.